So basically, AD had a quote that said, Damian Lillard says all the time, when it's time for me to get an award, they move the goalpost. Talks about how he deserves a DPOY. Do we think that Anthony Davis deserves a DPOY? I know you spoke on it earlier, but this year specifically, do you think he should be a finalist for a DPOY?
Yes. I think he should be a finalist every year. If you see what he does every year, night in, night out for the Lakers defense, I mean, he's the anchor. You know, he guards 1 through 5.
He does.
He can go guards, and they think they're going to go to the basket and lay the ball up on him. He blocks their shot, get guarded any center in this league. So, I mean, he changes shots. He does everything, bro. So, yes, I think he deserves it. I think it's been a lot of years he's been snubbed. So if somebody else gets snubbed, then so what? Let somebody else get snubbed and give that man his flowers and give him that defensive player of the year.
I have a follow-up question. Why do you think he has been snubbed? He plays on a big market team, puts up the numbers, and like you said, the thing is with him, it's more so been availability. He's been available. Mm-hmm. What do you think has been the reason he's been snubbed in a big market?
On the two things I can think of is one is hate, and then two is I think he gets a knock because everybody just be like, he's never healthy, he's never available. But Theo spoke on it earlier. These last two years, he's been playing. Yeah. He's been healthy. So I mean, so what are y'all gonna say now? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It comes down to who's voting.
Yeah.
We got to really start figuring out who's voting for this shit. Because, and everyone knows, I'm not a big fan of Rudy Gobert.
Yeah.
This dude has 4. He has 4 defensive players of the year. So this is what I would say. And we could talk about this after we get done with this. I want to ask y'all a question, and y'all think about it while I'm saying this.
Okay.
I want to ask y'all what we should come up with, what should be the criteria for defensive player, MVPs, most improved player. Like, what are the criteria for that? And then we can start talking about that. Okay. But for Anthony Davis situation, Rudy Gobert has 4 defensive player of the years, right? If it was me, right, I would go to the coaches, I would go to players, and I'll give you 3 finalists. Who you're most afraid of defensively, or who do you game plan for more defensively out of these 3 finalists? Let me know. Vote it out. 9 times out of 10, he would be. Every team I've been on, every time we played Anthony Davis, we have game planned for Anthony Davis.
Yeah.
To stay away from him.
I know.
Yeah.
There's a 4-time MVP that we have, when I was with Dallas, have attacked. So I don't remember who it was, but they was like, how does somebody win Defensive Player of the Year and you're attacking them? You're not afraid to attack them.
Not afraid of them. Yeah.
Not afraid of them. That doesn't really make sense to me. Also, another reason why I say we need to really think about who's voting, because Anthony Davis says something like, we're looking at block shots. Anthony Davis has done that multiple times.
He's always in top 3, at least.
He's done that multiple times. So, is that the only way that you play defense? I don't think so.
No.
Anthony Davis can guard 1 through 5.
Yes.
And lock the fuck up.
Lock.
1 through 5.
And this is my thing. Like, I see it as like the Darrell Reeves effect, where he didn't have the interception numbers, but it's because they weren't throwing to him.
Not throwing.
So it's like, Rudy has more blocks, but it's because they're attacking him.
Yeah.
Simple. Like,
it's criminal. It truly is. Like, for outstanding, and the reason he's gonna win it this year because he finally said something.
Right.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, "Damn, he right."
He's never
like,
won.
why have you not had one?
Drew Holiday never won.
It makes no sense. And Drew's never gonna win one because he would never say anything.
Yeah.
Him, Anthony Davis, and Bam Adebayo are 2 of the best defenders in the NBA.
Yep, because they can guard 1.
Because they can guard 1 through 5. That is so valuable. At the 5, what? Mm-hmm. Come on, bro. Like,
that's why Draymond was so good.
That's why they were on the
Because
Olympic
he can
team.
guard 1 through 5.
That's why Draymond has them. And the reason Draymond has them is because he's undersized in doing it and guarding bigs and doing all that. They're just penalizing him because he's 7 foot.
I don't care.
Exactly.
They'll give it to Wemby.
I'm like,
and he's 7'8".
Wemby 7'8", Rudy 7'2". What are we talking about?
Yeah.
It's criminal, bro. I mean, the dude guards 1 through 5 at a high level, bro. It's sick.
Yeah.
It's sick work.
But thing is, he's not the anchor.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Oh yeah. So repeat, because they can hear us. Rudy, they said Rudy has him because he's been on top 5 defenses his entire career, but I think it's because he also hasn't been the anchor for a lot of these teams.
Listen, game planning for the Utah Jazz, right? When I played with Dallas, they did everything. They ran everybody off the 3-point line and just funneled it to Rudy. He is the anchor, right?
Yeah, I mean,
that's how you run your defense. They do the same thing for Anthony Davis.
He's 7'2", 7'3". He's still going to be effective.
Yes.
It's still hard to.
I'm not saying
over
Rudy
somebody.
Gobert is a bad defender. I'm really not.
We're saying that he shouldn't have got 4 in a row.
He should not have got.
And Anthony Davis don't have 1.
That's sick.
That's all we're saying.
That's sick.
And I think because Giannis only has 1 too.
And that's sick.
That's what I'm saying. Like when I say he's not the anchor, it's been teams where like, especially Minnesota, like they have Jaden Daniels. Daniels. Like there's players who I'm like they're guarding the best players.
Yeah.
That's what I mean by like anchor. Like
no, for sure. No.
I
I get what you're saying. I'm just saying it's one of those things where I remember having a conversation. Don would be like, all right, yeah, I'm gonna just make you drive and you gotta go deal with him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like he is that in a times 10 because if you go a ball screen, if you go a Braun, let's say Rudy was on the Lakers, you can't go a Rudy Gobert switch. Can't do that because then it's curtains.
Well, that's
but you could do that with AD.
That's what I'm saying.
And you have faith in that. You're like, oh, you good. I'm telling you.
Well, that's the point I'm gonna make because that's why they never won at a high level in Utah.
Yeah.
That's why they never going to win at a high level here in Minnesota because the game of basketball is about pick and rolls. And when you get into the playoffs, it's definitely about pick and roll.
Mm-hmm.
Anthony Davis can come up. Bam Adebayo can come up. Draymond can come up. You talking about guys that has had some success.
Those 3 guys, if they come up and if they're on the ball, they're sending another guy to get them off the ball.
They don't have to because those guys can switch.
They can switch. Yeah. They don't want them on the ball because they disrupt too much.
Rudy Gobert is sitting back in the paint.
Yeah.
He's going to sit back in the paint, and those guards are going to come off and be able to do what they want to do.
Mm-hmm.
But when Anthony Davis and Bam and Draymond, guys like that, they can come up and actually sit down and guard. I think Carl can because he can still move better. I don't think he's that great
but
as them.
He's quicker than him.
But he still can move better.
Yeah. And let's break this, and this is why I like doing this, because let's break this down. I want y'all to understand something. In the regular season, teams don't do what they're going to do in the playoffs. That's stupid.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of things that people do in the regular season that they know they aren't going to do against Minnesota in the playoffs because you don't want to show all your cards. Like, no one's going to put Rudy, maybe at the end of the game, if it's close, they're not going to put him in the high quad above the free throw line so he can't be low man, right? Yeah. They're going to let him be low man in the regular season. That's why the team that he's on majority of the time, they don't make it too far because they expose that. They make it tough for them because he tries to make himself low man where he can be the help side defender, and there's not enough time in the play for him to get himself low. So if there's a drop, if you got him high quad above the free throw line and someone drops the ball and you got Rudy trying to go help and then you got another man trying to go help, that leaves one guy on the other side of the court guarding 3 people and you're dead.
You're dead. And if you got a big that can shoot, you're dead.
You're dead. That's why Dallas always beats them because they always put Maxi Kleber out there, or they just keep the dude in the dunker, or they just put the dude in the strong side corner because they know Rudy's going to try to come block the shot every single time, and Rudy's not good enough to make extra plays as far. Rudy's not going to X out to the corner if somebody drives the 45 and then there's a help side defender. He's not going to help to the corner. Anthony Davis can. Yeah. Bam Adebayo can. Draymond can. They've done. They know how. That's the difference. That's defense. That's affecting the game on the defensive end. That's what the defensive player of the year should be. how many ways are you affecting the game on the defensive end of the court? I put Jaren Jackson up there too. Jaren Jackson guard his ass off himself too.
Can.
So
Yeah, but that's real. I think he should definitely have at least 2.
but we got to work on that criteria, man. The criteria is so ass right now for a lot of things. I think winning should be a part of the MVP.
Absolutely. It's part of the MVP for other leagues.